agents entered former President Trump's Florida home with that search and seize warrant on Monday, the backlash was almost instantaneous. Trump supporters gathering near Mar-a-Lago, furious with calls to defund the FBI. Some of the former president's Republican allies in Congress also lashing out. All of it fueling concerns of more violence, with more Americans than you might think grimly bracing for the unthinkable, they say, a kind of civil war. The questions now going beyond how we got so broken to what happens from here. NBC's Vaughn Hilliard has our Sunday focus.
FBI agents searching Mar-a-Lago this week, former President Trump's beloved Florida estate, what he called the Southern White House.
For the first time in American history, the FBI has conducted a search at the home of a former president of the United States.
The outrage in the wake of the search was swift.
This is going to absolutely enrage the country. The way our federal government has gone, it's like what we thought about the Gestapo and people like that they just go after people.
Days later,
male subject attempted to gain entry into the FBI field office.
An armed man tried to break into an FBI office in Cincinnati, Ohio, with an AR-15 in hand. America is struggling with anger and discontent.
Our biggest threat remains the sick, sinister, and evil people from within our country.
Key institutions under fire, both on the left.
It feels like a betrayal. It feels like my country doesn't love me.
And on the right, especially in the wake of the Mar-a-Lago search.
This country was stolen to a bunch of fascists.
Ben Collins tracks online hate and domestic extremism for NBC News. He says some Trump supporters are ready to take up arms.
They're constantly saying they're waiting for the word go from somebody like Donald Trump. These people see their country slipping away, they believe, and they think they have no choice but to act.
Similar threats emerged in the days ahead of January 6th.
Why do the politically aggrieved turn to violence? There's this view that, well, take up your guns. I mean, we're seeing this online, that this is the last resort. You are losing your country. These are the types of phrases we see again and again and again online, and then echoed either explicitly or implicitly by political leaders.
A survey released just last month, stunning, finding that half of all Americans expect a civil war in the next few years. The president who helped hold America together during the last Civil War, Abraham Lincoln, famously warned that a house divided against itself cannot stand. Presidential historian Michael Beschloss fears a different sort of conflict ahead on America's streets.
I don't think we're going to see two sections of the country fighting one another with armies, but what we might see is something else, and that is outbreaks of violence against federal installations like the FBI and other federal institutions that mount and mount so that there is violence in the streets.
How does America reverse course?
Americans must see that violence and division are something that is outside the American tradition and will not make anyone's life better. But the lesson of American history is that we have always gotten through moments like this and Americans have come back together again.
A government.
What's up, everybody? What's good? Kalia, Alan, Kim, Brother Cuts, Colin, what's good, everybody? Just playing some of the, like my brother Truth Virus says, putrid propaganda coming out of the mouths of these psychopaths. All right. Forming a narrative. You know, forming their narrative. They really got the shit kicked up today, boy. I scrolled through some of the propaganda and the agenda is written all over everything. All right. Oh, I don't know what you're doing. But the propaganda is written all over everything, their agenda. And now all of a sudden, Americans are making threats to the FBI. Who does that? I mean, who really does that? After you see what happened in January 6th, I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure there is people that stupid that would do something like that just because the state of the human mind in the lands of America is very low. It's ridiculous. But it just just doesn't make any sense. People don't do that. It's just going to threaten the FBI. Especially if you carry firearms and you're into, you know, I mean, if you got that mentality, you know the repercussions. If you go to this shit makes no sense, guys. I'm trying to put it into a way to make it make sense, and it doesn't even make sense. It's them forming a narrative against themselves. Who the fuck's gonna go to an FBI headquarters with an AR-15? You're going to die. You could barely go to the FBI with the damn camera inside. All right, let alone get past the front desk. I mean, this shit is so stupid. No one in their right mind would do anything like that. What is that gonna do? You know, it's outrageous, and it's them forming a narrative against themselves to come after you. That's all they're doing. And the words they're using, they're playing the same formula as they did with the BLM and all that. They will defund the FBI. Now you hear defund the FBI, which is one of the, you know, communist goals. All right, I think it's number 35. Number 35 in the communist goals is to take out the FBI. So, you know, this is all going to plan anyway, but I'm just saying, you know, they want to take out the FBI and a bunch of other, you know, a bunch of others along with it.
Or the vehicle here department on a recorded line. Can you hear me?
Shut the fuck up. Spam. So, you know, it's just pretty, it's pretty laughable to see. And, you know, you got, they're really snagging the Trump supporters, snagging up more Trump supporters. Anybody that had anything to do with January 6th, just got caught up in the mix, understands all the shit you just don't do. You know, even the one, they didn't even do anything. So this is just another roundup, you know, and Trump is the energy they're using. You know, pulling Trump cards left and right. You know, it don't make no sense, right, Cuts? It doesn't make no sense. Yeah, it just makes no sense. And they planning for, they got something planned. They got a false flag. You already know planned. It's going to be something to do with Donald Trump and supporters and people who love freedom. You already know what it's going to be. It's going to be big. Personally, my opinion, I mean, yeah, they're going to push Mr. 19. They're going to push COVID among all this other shit. But they're going to take a break. All right? Remember, they like to make people forget. Too many people are paying attention, so they're going to kind of like, maybe they're going to back off a little bit and come with the next crisis, which is some type of domestic terrorist incident where it'll be the same type of shit. Surveillance, lockdown, you know, everything more. We got to look at this more. Online activity, you know, we have to be on the lookout for these people. They could be, you know, dangerous, you know. They're forming that narrative. You better bet your bottom fucking dollar. You know, and if you go play back the clip I just played from the news, all the talking points they're using, you know, division, you know, divided, you know, the country's divided. We can't have that. You know, violence is never the answer, you know, not to realize this nation is built on violence and division. That's all it's built on, is division. For one, the United States of America is already a divided States of America because each state is divided, has individual laws. You could do one thing over here, you could fart over here, you can't dig a booger over in this state. I mean, it's already divided. It already has a division mentality, and everything in our society is based upon division. Sports. I like this, I don't like that team. People don't like each other because of sports. You know, everything is a divisive tactic here in America. It's what it's built on. It ain't nothing built on anything to do with love and harmony. What the fuck are they talking about? It's already divided. All right. When this other agenda, this LGBXYOZ agenda, has accelerated beyond the stratosphere here in America, especially here, I know in Rochester. Good Lord, it's a total epidemic, so bad, you know. But that's a whole nother story. But yeah, you just see what's good. Truth Vibrations, you know, they're really forming one, and we got to pay attention, man, because anything to do with speaking out against anything that goes against the narrative is going to be put under this whatever label they come out with. They got some big shit planned, guys, you know. Will they get away with it? Who knows? I mean, even the sleep people are starting to realize that shit don't make no sense. But then this thing is, though, you know, something I've looked at is the you know, every day people are waking up. It's beautiful. No one's falling back asleep. But the problem is also there's a group of people who ain't touched by this any energy yet. And guess what's happened to them? They're falling for the other way. They're falling for the anti-freedom, you know? Oh, and labeling it all Trump. Oh, God, Trump. Oh, it's because of Donald Trump. You know, Trump, and oh, God, he's this. And it makes them think irrationally, and then they just going to like the other shit, you know? Oh, you don't believe there's a climate crisis? You know, they don't like Trump or Biden, but they believe in a climate crisis, so they're hitting people at all angles, all right? And it's all... you know, for the agenda. Or you'll see people, well, I don't care what anybody does, and you know, but it's their right to do whatever they choose with their, you know, with their stuff. And then this same person that'll be, you know, supporting, you know, other shit. It's like it's crazy. They got every angle covered, you know. It's kind of like politics. What are you? Are you a Democrat? Or are you a conservative? Or are you a Republican? Or what? Bitch, I ain't none of that shit. What are you talking about? Honestly, I don't even fucking play those games. I don't even really know what you mean by conservative, or I know what Republican and Democrat is, but what? They got people walking around labeling themselves and shit, you know? And then the other self-identity crisis. I identify as a fucking, you know, this and that. I mean, it's crazy. But what do you identify? Well, I mean, come on. You gotta have a label these days. You just can't be a fucking flesh and blood human being, you know? Threats against the FBI. And even if people were actually making threats against the FBI, you can make a threat. You can say whatever you want. That's free speech. But they convince people that it's, oh no, it could resort to violence, or it could resort to this. You see all these movies these motherfuckers make? They ain't got nothing to do but destruction, death, and violence, and sex, and all just everything wrong. But they can put out all that shit. And we know it manipulates the minds, you know? We know it manipulates the minds. That isn't even debatable. We already know what it does. We already know it manipulates the minds. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, it don't even make any sense. You know? It's crazy, man. It doesn't even make a lick of sense. This reality we live in is so fucking twisted. You know, like I said, man, at some point, you know, we do all doing what we doing, trying to wake people up, this and that, and, you know, this, that, and the third, and, you know, we're all trying to do our part. But at the end of the day, we know, does anybody want to live in a society like this? Look where they're bringing it to anyways. All we got to do is look at where they're bringing it to any fucking way. You know what I'm saying? It just ain't built. It's not going to be built for those that know, you know. It's just going to be a place of mindless fucking just brain dead idiots. You know what I mean? People who can't think for themselves, you know. Nobody could do shit for themselves anymore. So, What's good, Richard? Sammy? As Jesuits ordered birthday? That's funny. You know, it's crazy. Yeah, that's what they do. This country is built off division, man. Anything to divide somebody, they capitalize off it. They love it, man. It's pathetic, man. You know? So it's just crazy, man, to see them form this narrative. It's like, god damn. And you know what's fucked up? The Trump supporting people fall for this shit. You know? They're all falling for it. All of them are falling for it, guys. Well, not all of them, but most of them are falling for it, man. And it's just liberal 2.0. You know, they've turned into liberal 2.0 and don't even realize it. All this loving this fucking guy who don't give a shit about anybody. You know? All right, Trump has a social media site. He's one of the biggest fucking faces on the planet. And he can't get on a camera somewhere and share him talking, him saying, you know, anything. No, man, because it's all scripted. And it could only, whatever they want to be said is being said. He pleads the fifth. A man who talks about every fucking thing, all of a sudden now pleads the fifth. All right? And they want you to believe that he took some documents from the fucking White House and wiped his ass with him or something and threw him down a fucking toilet, playing Hillary Clinton, bringing her back out of the fucking closet and shit. I mean, come on, man. Man, and Trump supporters are going to be the new liberals. And you know what's fucked up? Honestly, the ones that you see with all this radical ass shit, they deserve whatever's coming to them. Honestly, because if you're that stupid at this point and just going along with Donald Trump because he's a folk fucking hero, then you deserve everything that's coming to you. You know? It's crazy. What's good, Angel? It's crazy, man. They all falling for the shit. Phone getting kind of hot, but it's all right. Maybe I need to unplug it from charging. You know, so, you know, they got some big plans coming up. It's going to involve people that like freedom, Trump, shit like that. You know, the freedom tour here in Rochester, there was no protesters. So it was that's why there was no video. Where they had it was a strategic fucking location to not have anything like that, which is good, you know. They got to do what they do. Some people got a little awakened, you know, with some stuff, you know, to the doctors or whatever furthers their path in waking up, you know, is a good thing. So I'm for it. But the Trump supporters, no, it's some different shit, guys. It's some radical liberal shit. They got that energy, all right? They're feeding them a certain type of energy. Now defund the FBI. You know, they always got these slick talking points, man. You know what I mean? And you know what's crazy? They probably will defund the FBI, and then whatever other next psychopath gains more power, and then they become more fucking, because of the federal government, now we need, you know, hey, National Guard or whatever the hell, the FBI. Maybe, you know, this is a communist goal, guys. For whatever reason, disband the FBI, you know, for whatever fucking reason, you know. So it's sad for all those walking into it. They learned nothing. Right. And a lot of people did learn from January. There was millions of people at January 6th. A lot of people after that shit was like, fuck that. We know what Donald Trump is. You know, we out. A lot of people left, moved to Mexico. That's another thing you guys seen in the news is all this rhetoric about Mexico this and Mexico that, Mexico this. Now, you're going to see it this week. It's turmoil in Mexico. They're telling Americans don't travel to Mexico. Some shit going to happen. From now to November, something's going to pop off. All right? Big. And like I said, I think they're going to have their little Mr. 19, but they're going to push something else that's just as big, that stops travel, that isolates the United States, you know, because also I looked at a lot of other protests around the world over the weekend, and this shit is getting ready to crack. All right. This pot getting ready to blow. You know what I'm saying? So they got big shit planned, you know. That's why we got to pay attention, you know. So they're trying to scare Americans from fucking leaving. They do this every now and then, you know. So just know. But yeah, this FBI shit is a straight trap for the Trumpers, and it's working like a dream, because by them saying do all this, you're gonna get a lot of the yeah, all the fucking brain dead, the liberal minded, but like Trump thinkers, because it's all the same energy. I call it liberal, so you know what I mean. It's the same energy. You're gonna brainwash and create these extreme situations for people that got extreme energy for something, and you capture them. They have tunnel vision now, and they're gonna fall for it. You know, there's gonna be some get together somewhere or something. They're gonna do it, man. Even if they got to get up 50 or 100 of their own fucking agents to do some shit, it's gonna be done. And get about 100 or 200 people to go to it. They're gonna do this. This is in the works, guys. They're gonna do another January 6th type deal. All right, ain't nobody. Who the fuck's threatening the FBI? I mean, come on, man. You know the repercussions of threatening the fucking FBI. You know, ain't nobody doing no shit like that. People in jail with no charges now for years that didn't even threaten the FBI. Nobody's doing that, you know. So but yeah, so just a bunch of craziness, guys. And you know, like I was saying, even if people were making threats to the fucking FBI, you know, you got a right to speak your mind. It's called freedom of speech. It's a first amendment. Until that's gone, it's still in play. All right. And see, this is the thing they don't want you to. They want people to be extreme like that because you got a right. All right. You have a right to redresses and grievance from your government. All right. And this is what they don't tell you. All right. They don't tell you this because this is what the BLM does, the LGBT does. They're not going to tell the Trump supporters or freedom-loving people or the average American that you have to do this. But what they're doing is you're going to redresses and grievance thing. You know, people always say it, but they really don't know what the fuck they're talking about or what they really mean. We got a right to do this, a right to that. No, you don't got a right to go destroy nothing. You don't got a right to go destroy property. You don't got a right to go to fucking FBI headquarters and burn it down. You don't got a right to do all that. I mean, yeah, you can do it, but there's going to be repercussions because we live in a business, all right? And it's not built upon freedom, all right, and liberty. And, oh, this is your house, you paid for it. Technically, you didn't, all right, because it's all their money. There is no fucking money, so how we're paying for it? You can say, well, the labor's on our back. No, that's our own fault out of ignorance of what we're doing. So, no, we don't actually got a right to that. Not by any means, not by any chance, stretch of the imagination under how they have this country structured, all right? Rights to right there. The Amendment 1, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people peacefully assemble, and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. All right? That's the First Amendment. Yeah, you got a right to say whatever the fuck you want, all right? And you got a right of the people to peacefully assemble. There is no thing in violence in there. Yeah, you could use violence, but look, you're dealing with a government that uses violence also. So you're going to be met with fucking violence. No, the government doesn't want violence, and no, the people don't want violence. And maybe someday it'll come to violence. But in this day and age right now, if you if you think logically, all right, that doesn't even make any sense. You know, I hear a lot of people, talk about, this means violence, the time is now for violence, the time is now for violence. Oh, yeah, it would be if there was enough people that are like, you know what, fuck this. There's a million people that is like, listen, man, it's all or nothing. We're gonna go there, we're gonna talk, and we're gonna see where we get. No one's coming to move us, nobody's coming to kick us out, nobody's spraying a water hose, spraying any mace, ain't nobody shooting a canister of fucking tear gas, ain't nobody doing none of that shit because we're fully fucking armed. You're going to talk. That's it. You're going to redress of grievance. All right? And if you can't go inside with your fucking weapon that you got a right to carry, then you stay there until they come out, until somebody talks, till you negotiate. Say, look, we're not here for violence. All right? This is how it works. We're not here for no fucking violence. We're just here. We're as a people. There's a million of us here. Yeah, we all got firearms, but we don't want to use them. All right? We want to talk. Let's deal with this situation. Now let's talk about this. Let's talk about let's get all this stuff on the table. We can negotiate this, that, and this. Well, if you got a million people on board, what the fuck? They're outnumbered. What are they gonna do? When everybody goes back home, everybody will know. Like, whoa, they done rounded up 10,000 of the million. All right, well, now you still got 990,000 fucking people that are gonna come right back. So no, they'll never do that. You know, you got to look at shit from a logical standpoint. Yeah, people could say, oh yeah, 100 people go, you're dead. You're dealing with a government who has military that takes over other nations. Did we forget that? I mean, come on. They take over shit. All right? I mean, if you want to go kamikaze and you think it's a purpose and, like Allah Akbar, like they train, like they subconsciously trained us, then that's what you're going to do, But it just is what it is. I mean, I would love to see some shit like that, but we got to come back to reality. Is that going to happen? No. All right. All we could do is try to wake the fuck people up. We can get mad. We can say this. We can say that. Whatever. But the reality is, we can't do shit physically at all. You're going to be in a body bag or a fucking jail cell, and you'll be in that jail cell with no charges until they create some shit. All right, and say, yeah, you did this after fucking 10 years. Oh, yeah, this is what you did back in 2022. What the fuck? You've been sitting here for 10 years. No charges. Think it's a fucking game. Fucking with these people, man. All right? You got a right to do shit, but you got to do it the way that it's supposed to be done. And this is what they don't want you to know. Because redress and grievances are, okay. Because listen, we're not living in a nation, guys. That shit been over. All right? We're living in a fucking business. So how do you get shit changed? You got to hit their pockets. A grievance, this is what a grievance means, guys. Grievance means any complaint by an employee concerning any matter relating to the employment of an employee. So you got to understand, they done formulated all the laws. Yeah, you can go, go get mad. Because you are an employee, because we do have a social security number. That's our work number, guys, because that's how we obtain our living, is with our social. That's our work number. So you are an employee, okay, of the United States Corporation, point blank, period. Or by B, by any labor organization concerning any matter relating to the employment of any employee, or by any employee, labor organization, or agency concerning the effect or interpretation or a claim of breach of a collective bargaining agreement, or any claim violation, misinterpretation, or any misapplication of any law, rule, or regulation affecting conditions of an employment. That's how you redress your grievance. That's what they're going to go to. When you go to them and say, look, a million of us got a fucking problem. This shit needs to be fixed. We're suing for this much, all right? Because redress, guys, in case you don't know what redress means, it's compensation for injury sustained, recovery or restitution for harm or injury, damages or equitable relief. All right, this is what redress means. So redress of grievances, they're talking about people. All right, this is how civil rights, this is what they use. All right, when they go, oh, it's the First Amendment. All right, civil rights been violated. They use this shit. This is how it's done. This is how BLM was able to do what they've done. All right, because they're redress of grievances. All right. And then there's another one. This is from the Black's Law Dictionary. The receiving satisfaction for an injury sustained. When you hear about oh, we need reparations, it goes up. Oh, it goes under redress and or grievance. All right. This is what they're talking about when they talk about this stuff. All right. People are like, oh, I don't want to go through all that. Well, look, all right, well, you're going to be staring at the barrel of a gun and you're going to be in a cage. It just is what it is, man. Not enough people are willing to do anything to offset this fucking, this society, all right? It just ain't. I mean, it is what it is. It's not like other countries. You see other countries, they go remove government officials, all right? There's a lot of shit that we've been in for a long time that we're so deep in it, you know? You ain't gonna do shit physical to get out of it, but be in a body bag, all right? Or teeth to pavement, okay? It just takes the power of people, all right? Voices, all right? You know, and I get it, you know, violence, you know, that's what we need is violence. And one day it may come there. People might get fed up, and that's just the way it's gonna come to, you know? But you think they're gonna like accelerate it there at a moment? No, man, they're gonna piece by piece by piece. They're going for the Trumpers, all right? They're gonna pick off some more of them. Then who are they coming for, all right? Who are they coming for? That's why I say, man, the best remedy is to just do what you do. And if people can't wake up, ain't nothing you can do, you know? And maybe America is a part of the world that's supposed to be fucking the United States is a part of, you know, the world that's supposed to be destroyed. You know, we got to start looking at shit like, you know, what's really going on, you know? I mean, rule number one in a battle, you don't go to a fucking gunfight with a twig. You know, what are you going to do with that shit? So that's people that are awake versus people that are asleep. All right? Because people that are asleep are going to cheer you off to the motherfucking fire. You know? They're going to cheer you off to the fucking fire. That's what they're going to do. So, you know, some things to think about, man, you know? And I'm all for, you know, standing up and, you know, but you got to know what it is. So, shout out to you guys, sorry. What's good, Awakening Soldier? Yeah, they already tried that. You know, Kim, they already tried. I saw a story where they said, where somebody was gloating, oh, look, there was supposed to be a Trump protest in front of this FBI headquarters, and no one showed up. I meant to post that video, guys, sorry. Damn, I forgot about it. They were gloating. It was like some liberals that were gloating like, oh yeah, look at the Trump supporters. They didn't show up. There was supposed to be a protest in front of this FBI headquarters, and no one showed up. That lets you know it's them doing the shit, because people know you don't do that shit because it's a wrap. It's over. Especially people that's carrying firearms, you gotta know your limits, you know? Or you're gonna be caught up with some dumb shit, you know? And that's the good thing to look at is, yeah, they can push this shit all they want to, but if they don't get nobody, they ain't got shit. You know, this is a trap, and if they don't get nobody, they ain't got shit. Like, they wanted more people to go in the Capitol. Now, I think they got away with it because of the small number they got. But what if everyone there just said, fuck it, we're gonna make the parade through the Capitol building. Yep, we're just gonna walk through the Capitol building. We don't give a fuck. There's 500,000 or 100,000 of us. Do you think they would have did what they're doing now? Their whole fucking shit would have been debunked. Well, they just walked through. I mean, if they would have done anything, look, you have numbers. But when you do a small number of people, and then the reason why they did January 6th is to see who was gonna say something, and like, oh, they're all following Trump. They don't even care about their brother and sister. Wow, we got this in the bag. We'll use Trump and keep using Trump and pick off all their brothers and sisters. All right, this is the good ass op, because people are that fucking stupid. All right, and they're not looking at, damn, my brethrens are all locked up and got all in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Old people in jail and shit. And yet, I'm still out here for the Orange Muppet. The Orange Muppet don't give a fuck about nobody that's in those places. They ain't try to help with attorneys. This motherfucker, Donald Trump, could pardon a rapper, but he can't do no justice, and his friends and inside. He got friends inside the government that could, you know, he didn't speak out against any of the people. Come on, man. Wake the fuck up, stupid fucking Trumpers. Guys are almost going to be worse than fucking liberals, honestly. And I think that's where they're headed. We're going to be talking about Trump supporters like liberals in very soon. I see it coming already because I see them. They're just ridiculous, irrational, not making any kind of fucking sense, you know? I'm like, you're supporting Trump, but all your brothers and sisters, your freedom's getting taken. You don't do shit until your orange Muppet master gets his house raided. Like, what the fuck? You know how many people's houses got raided after January 6th? Live streaming, sitting there live streaming, fucking feds busting through the fucking door, taking them. Where you at? They gave you the fucking footage. Where the fuck you at? You know what I'm saying? Like, where are you at? Saying this is wrong, this isn't right. Look, this faction over here, Antifa, BLM, burned down entire cities across America, and they ain't some people did get arrested, guys. All right, but the news didn't show it. That's the difference. The news propagates this one, but they don't propagate that one. People did get arrested, guys. Don't get it twisted. But they did get away with it. They did get a pass. They call it peaceful protesting, you know. That's right. Trump sold them a lie, and they still believe in this shit. It's crazy, man. It really is fucking disgusting, you know. And, yeah, Anonymous is fucking retarded. That dude is just a complete idiot. He boasts on, you know, he's just a cockeyed moron. I don't give a fuck about that dude. He looking at the fucking sun and moon at the same fucking time. You know, honestly, he's probably a liberal disguised as a fucking Trump supporter, leading the Trump supporters down the fucking pipe dream, because he definitely looks, talks, and walks and acts like liberal. You know what I'm saying? But they gonna be one and the same, you know? So, and there is some good Trump supporters out there. Don't get it twisted. But I'm talking about they're picking them motherfuckers off left and right, and more of them are swaying to an extreme fucking, you know, extreme pile of shit where they make no sense. They gonna start dressing in diapers and shit and parading themselves around. We love Trump. He's changed America. Yeah, he changed it right where it's at now. And he's going to keep changing it. You know? So, it's pathetic, man. But, yeah, guys. You know, shout out to all you guys. And, plug this phone out. Shout out to all you guys. And, you know, 9/11's coming up. Be good to see some people there. You know, shout out to Zach. I did watch the stream last night, but it was just there's a lot of fear mongering. Like, damn, just go to, listen, guys, just get there. You can't, listen. Well, we have to understand what we have, a lot of us has obtained a different understanding in this reality. A lot of people have been hit with a different angle of light and are different beings, okay? We can't think like, you know, we can't use our matrix in the world thinking into what we become. That's what people got to realize. You can't do that. You can't plan, all right? Because the universe doesn't plan, it just does. It happens at the moment. You can plan a little bit, but all these plans, that's how people are going to be arguing, get flustered. Or I thought it was this, or I thought it was that, or I thought you go with the flow. That's why I like Zach's approach. He says whatever he says, but I know Zach. I look right at Zach. I see him. He's telling you, I'm going to be going through these cities and that cities. I'm going to be at 9/11, on 9/11. I'm going to be there in the morning. That's where I'm going to be. Zach's telling you that's what he's doing. Whatever the fuck else is going on, it don't even matter. It'll all come into place. But that's the mission, is to get to New York City on 9/11. All that other shit, hey, listen, you got to deal with that. Can't nobody deal with that but you. You know, so I see it like, damn, it's too much plan. Like, it's you discouraging people. I'm getting discouraged. Like, damn, I know I'm going, but it's like, if I look at it with my other side of my mind, I'm like, damn, if somebody's watching this, they ain't going, just listening to this. Everybody's in fear of New York City cops and all this other shit. If you ain't doing shit, you ain't got shit to be worried about. Point blank, period. Just get there. It's easy. Just get there. It's that simple. All this planning shit is where shit goes wrong. You can't plan. This, what you come into, what you embody is the different energy, a different spirit. It flows anyway. It's an energy that flows. You go making plans, you fuck up that energy, all right? You can't plan it. It just gotta happen. That's when the magic happens, when you just go and you go. That's how it's been. If you see the get together, nothing was planned. It just happened. All that planning shit, are we gonna do A, B, C, and D? No, because A, B, C, and D might be E, F, G, H, I, and then you're like, wait, this ain't what I was planning on. This ain't what I thought, and then it's gonna fluster some people that are trying to like come into waking up or whatever. It might fluster them, be like, yo, I'm out. I can't. This ain't what I thought it was gonna be. No, just get there. That's all you gotta do. Get there. You know? All you gotta do is get there. So so sorry guys, I was just reading text. So yeah, man, so it's just, too much. Just go with the flow, man. Those that want to go, just go with the flow. Know where everybody's going to be at. If you want to coordinate with somebody to stay somewhere, yeah, plan that shit out. But all the other extra shit, just planning the event where you don't know what's going to be where, how the situation is going to be there, how close you can get. Are they going to let you over here, there, there? So just go with just expectations of just, there's going to be people there. And, our job is doing what we're doing, is enlightening people and trying to wake them up to see certain things. All that other shit, worrying about what other people think. Look, hey, it don't hurt just to try. It's the way you come off, it's just too much worrying about this and that, That's what I see. That's what I'm like, man, all you got to do is just get there. All this other shit is going to make people, think like, damn, I've never been to New York, but it sounds fucking dangerous. I'm not going to go. And all that extra shit is just a piece of fear inside people, it's just fearing something. And, so, you get there. If not, then hey, so I know I'm gonna be there, but for me, I'm not really with taking public transportation, so I don't know. It'll be like something I decide at the minute, because I don't like to not be in control. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. And every time I've been to Manhattan, I've never had a problem finding parking. I don't have no issues finding parking. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's a million fucking cars in there. They get there somehow. You just gotta keep going. But the beast is where we're going, so you got to deal with what comes along with that. So that's my thing. I ain't really with fucking public. I don't like public. I don't like anybody operating something that I got to get on. I just don't like that. I was in a bus crash and I ain't really feeling that shit. But who knows? So, but yeah, so that's that on that, man. Just get there. All that other shit, coordinate with people or whatever. Yeah, do that. But all that planning and shit and do this, A, B, C. Trust me, when you get there, I can 120% bet you it's going to be different, It's going to be different. So any plans being made, it's going to be different. No matter what, it's just going to be different. So. But yeah, so But yeah, man, we live in. I'm gonna take an intermission, listen to some Purple Beats, and I'll be right back. I'm gonna go order my shit. All right, guys. Shout out to you guys. I'm back. So, yeah, I don't know, man, about Mr. 19, if they're going to really be hard on it this year, or are they going to kind of scale off? When you look at it worldwide, it's kind of like, okay, they did what they did. And, you know, like Schwab said, now it's go time, you know. Now they can do what they need to do, you know. So I just want my book signed. It's the dumbest shit I ever heard. You're right. It is fucking stupid, man. What's good, AV? It was Truth Vibrator. The only thing would really be awesome is for someone who did a giant. It would. That would be a dope ass. That would definitely be dope. You know. What would be dope if there was a lot of people? You know, numbers is everything. You know. Another thing, like you were talking about, you know, wear a green shirt. I get it, but you know, what makes us special is everybody being different. You know what I'm saying? Our energy together creates a green glow anyways, an aura. You know what I'm saying? Like, we create a different energy. So when you see people move that aren't a group, you're like, what the fuck is this? I mean, I don't really, for me, it's more of, yeah, some people, but everybody just be their own individual person, you know? And that's what this whole awakening is about, is everybody is an individual and has, you know, that's what the true definition of fucking being free from tyranny is everybody is an individual first, all right? And by being an individual first, you are different from everyone else, but yet the same and is in unity. Like when they say unity in the community, unite as, look, yes, we're all the human family. This person believes in this, that person believes in that, I believe in this, but guess what? We all rock out together. I'm not going to infringe on that motherfucker. I'm not going to infringe on that one, and I'm not going to infringe on that one. All right. What's our number one problem right now? Well, the number one problem right now is tyranny dividing everybody else up against us, and we need to come together to point that out and sniff that out. You know, so for me, it's more of, I'm gonna do a video on my thoughts about New York City, probably like later on or something, of going forward, is do what we've been doing. You know, what we've been doing is been beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is their own individual. To lump us all together, all be the same, it's kind of like, oh yeah, we'll draw attention, but it's like, oh no, we can all be together, and they'd be like, damn, they're gonna say the same thing. Like, who are these people? You know, who are they? You know, they're all different. They look different. They talk different. That one's different than that one. That one looks, I mean, they can't figure the shit out. And that's the beauty of it. You know what I'm saying? And, yeah, it's right, Callie. It's like a uniform. So, uniform, we don't want to, like, you know, we want to just be who we are. You know what I'm saying? We all together, that's who we are. You know? That's how it always, you know, look at the movies, all the superhero movies, the cartoons growing up, all that shit. Everybody was individual, apart. Everybody, like, you look at like DC and like the Marvel, they always come from all different parts of the world and all different parts of walks of life, but they came together as a unit for the message. They all were different. You know what I'm saying? They all were different, you know, and they came together. You know, so they shown us already what the key to their destruction is. You know, we ain't coming as a liberal. We ain't coming as a Democrat. We ain't coming as a Republican. We ain't coming as a Trumper. We're not coming as a fucking anti, you know, whatever the fuck. We're a bunch of people that know what the fuck's going on and trying to wake up our brothers and sisters to further this, knowing what the fuck is going on. You know what I'm saying? Right. See, and then the dumb people are going to look at you like, oh, look at those idiots. Well, they all red green. Oh, they're a bunch of, just another bunch of... No, when they see a bunch of people, well, damn, I look like that person. He looks like me. Damn, they look like me. Wow, they look like me. You know, we all as a group, if there's 100 of us, everybody's individual. You know, we may encounter somebody, but hey, they relate to another person. If we lump ourselves all into one big pot, they rule all of us out. Oh, you're with that group over there. Fuck that. See what I'm saying? So, let me go get my thing. I'll be right back. So, again, guys, that's just my take on it. And like I said, I'm going to do a video And I'm gonna hit Zach up later and just tell him, you know. And I think he would agree because that's what worked in OKC. That's what worked in Buffalo. I mean, even though it was just a handful of us, you created a big impact. You know what I'm saying? So in a bigger city, around more people, more of us, keep that same energy going, man, you know? So. Yeah, Angel, you should be there, you know? You know, we all should be there. Might be the last time, you know? Might be the last time. So, you know. Exactly, AV. The energy is what they feel. They're gonna feel it, you know, and that's how we walked around OKC. I think one of the best moments was when we went to the arts festival. You know, what's good, LLC? I think that was one of the best moments is we went to the arts festival because I observe energy, I observe other people, and I observe ourselves, and the amount of people that came up to us, the amount of people that were looking at us like with this jaw-dropping, what the fuck look on their face when they saw us, and people just wanted to come to us. People smiled. Everywhere we went, everybody was cool. The police were all cool. Will, he couldn't even fuck with the police. Like, he couldn't even really record them to engage them with, you know, with that energy of a cop. That he couldn't even bring the cop energy out. Like, their energy was so brought down to a more, I guess, understandable level. Like, it was crazy, you know? It was really crazy, you know? So that's what we bring, and that's what we need to capitalize. All this other extra shit, we gotta realize what we truly are. And I know people don't believe in spirituality, and people don't believe in energy and frequency and vibes. You know, they believe in the fucking man flying out the sky. But, you know, it just is what it is, man. You know? So. Oh, man, that would be a good one. That would be a good starting line. Hey, what do you guys think about Gematria Pox? They'd be like, what? Is that a new one? I'm like, yeah, well, Gematria Pox, what it is it's the practice of ancient, you know, numbers. I just start dropping it. Like, yeah, that'd be a good one. Gematria Pox. They'd be like, wait, what's that? You know? But, yeah, when we're together, man, it's an amazing thing. And I think that's what people forgot. I mean, we can't forget, you know, we can't forget where the success was and start changing shit up, you know what I mean? And we need somebody, you know, like I said, I'm gonna make a video later, and we need somebody that is a camera guy, you know, to be around and out, you know, at all times, like with a big ass camera, like professional style, you know, like Craig, wherever Craig went. I don't know, the damn tape might be at the Fed's office or some shit. You know, who knows? But yeah, that always looks better. You look more professional. Like, wow, they even got their own camera guy. You know, I mean, I got a couple big ass cameras, but I like to feel. Honestly, I keep it honest. I don't even like streaming that shit like that because I like to feel and observe and talk and like get into it. I don't like to have the camera in someone's face because they're not going to really talk. You know what I mean? Like you wanted to. You know, when it's like more one-on-one, you do more, you know what I mean? And I like to get the vibe and then like feel the energy moving and, you know, direct it that way, you know? So, but and people worry about trolls. Guys, trolls don't show up. You know, they don't show up. Then if they do, you sniff them out because they're going to be way off. The energy going to be way off, you know. Oh, there's my overheat sign. Come on, guys. So I got my phone on the heater. And then another thing about New York is, well, Manhattan. See, people think in New York, they think it's all New York is the same. No, Manhattan is very different from the rest of New York City, you know, because Manhattan is mostly liberal and they hate fucking Donald Trump, all right? They're liberal. It's honestly like fucking communist China in New York City, in Manhattan. They're very liberal. They're walking. Most people are most antsy and in a rush and angry, and just the New York lifestyle is a very low vibrational state. All right, and you know, that's just is. Every time I've been in Manhattan, it's a low ass vibe because the lifestyle is the Matrix in the fullest capacity in New York City. Like that, if there is a place that's a Matrix, New York, Manhattan is the motherfucking Matrix. I'm talking as big as it gets is the Matrix. Like there is, it ain't shit but concrete. Like you're gonna be, if you're a person that likes nature, you're going to be totally removed from anything to do with nature. Yeah, they got parks there, you know, Central Park, they got another little park. They're trying to build more little parks. But for the most part, you got concrete everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Your energy is distorted in them squares. Everything's squared. Everything's up. The sun gets fucking blocked behind the buildings and shit. Every street you turn down looks like a fucking downtown. It's crazy. Every one street looks like the average city's downtown. Bigger than the average city's downtown. You know? So it's a very plugged in state. You know, Manhattan. So very low energy, and you feel it from the people. Yes, there's good people in there, you know. People travel, shit like that. But the average New Yorker, shit. They're plugged in, you know. So, yeah, so I'm gonna do a stream on New York, you know. Yeah, so that's my take on it is plan your stay. Other than that, go with the flow. I mean, Zach is basically doing the same thing. He hasn't made any plans for where he's staying yet. So he's doing the exact same thing. You know, and I haven't looked either, so I just go with the flow. That's the best way to do it. Call up some of my other brothers to see if they're gonna go, you know. But again, guys, if you ain't doing shit, you ain't got to worry about shit. Point blank, period. You know?
Welcome to Meet the Press Now. I am Chuck Todd here, of course, unpacking all the breaking news from the last hour.
So, you know, they know protesters come to New York City all the time. You know, even though we're not protesters, we're just, you know, people who could drop knowledge, truth. And New York City, that's been happening for years. So, I mean, some of the stuff is like, damn, act like we going into damn communist China and shit. It ain't that bad, guys. You know what I'm saying? See, now, listen, guys, if you guys scared, you don't go to jail in New York State no more. You can't go to jail. You'll get an appearance ticket. You're not going to jail. They cannot take you to jail. That's per New York State law. You're not going to jail. All right? For no dumb shit, like little stupid shit. They're not going to take you to jail for, you know, whatever, protesting or, you know, the littlest shit. You know, if you fuck somebody up, I'm talking like, you're only going to jail if you shoot somebody at this point or you harm someone very badly. You get into a fight, you're not going to jail. You know, what else? Little petty things they try to, you know, trespassing, you're not going to fucking jail. None of that shit. You can't go to jail in New York State, guys. You know, it just is what it is. My friend this morning, right? He calls me this morning. Do you know pretrial just called my house again for my brother? My brother, 50 goddamn years old, on drugs, been on the street, got picked up off a bench warrant, and he got warrants everywhere, and he got a criminal history longer than goddamn U.S. history, and they letting him back out. You can't go to jail. This guy's got a track record. I mean, he's like I said, he's got more fucking crimes than you can imagine, and right back out. Everybody here, right back out in the street. You know, that's why the crime's high all over the state. You know, especially here in Rochester. You know, because you're not going to jail. You know, but they're slick. The people got to realize what's going on in America. All right, they want to get Fed in control. All right, because if the Feds gain control, then you can hold somebody indefinitely. That's where they're headed. That's what people don't understand. So what the Fed's been doing here is with the guns, all right? If a gun has been purchased outside the state of New York, the Feds guys. Think about it, Kim. They're bringing all the FBI agents back, right? FBI, IRS agents. What do you think they're gonna do? The country's in debt. I talked about this years ago. The country's in debt. It's basically foreclosed on, and they're liquidating all their assets as we speak. All right. I mean, for people that don't understand, America's done. There's no saving this. It's over. It's a wrap. It's finished. The American is long gone. There's no more America. All right. And that people got to know. You know? People got to know. So anyways, what do you think they're going to do? The whole country's in debt. Money's not real. They printed money out of thin air all these years. So what'd they do? All right. They're going to tax the houses and come take them. Or there's going to be an event where they're just going to wipe it all out. And anyways, they're already doing this in China, you know? So you know, what better way to do it than put people in prison? Think about it. Really wicked times we in. But anyway, get to New York. Pay attention, because they're setting up for something big. And if you're a Trump supporter, I would change my hero. All right? I would look for a new hero, because Ronald McDonald is bad news and it's a trap. All right? The orange man don't give a shit about you. There we go. The orange man don't give a shit about you or anybody. Right. And that should be everybody's things. Like, yo, I'm my own hero. You know? What's good, J. True? You know? Shout out to beautiful nature. Also, that gives us life. I posted a video. I was walking on a bike path the other day and found an abundance of damn food on the side. I'm gonna do a video too to go out in nature and just show you guys that if you're in the right environment and have knowledge of creation, you ain't gonna survive. I mean, ain't gonna survive. You ain't gonna starve, you know? No way in hell will you ever starve. So don't even worry about no food shortage. You gotta change your life. You gotta upgrade your body, upgrade your mind, detach from the matrix, but be able to go into the matrix, you know? Because, you know, surviving is going to be real hard if there's a food shortage and you're used to eating fucking McDonald's and Burger King and, you know, Chick-fil-A and all that other bullshit. Life going to be real hard. But if you're already eating nature and you got to resort to eating nature, guess what? You're going to be like, finally I'm home. Look at this. Finally, I'm home. Look at all the food out here that people just walk by. You know? So, but anyway, shout out to all you guys. What was the other story that I wanted to talk about? Because they are setting up for something big. Talking about bombs and shit. Exactly. Shout out to Purple Beats. Go hit the subscription. Yeah, rainwater. You know, anything that we could sustain on, they want to, you know, they want to, I mean, it's all the shit it's got to pass through to get here and how it's created. You know, that's a whole different other, you know, but let's see what the breaking news is for today at noon. Well, FBI, Mar-a-Lago raises critical national security questions. Afghanistan marks 1 year since a Taliban seizure. Okay. Global warming to cause an extreme heat belt, study warns. All right. What else? Oh yeah, that 3 people injured in this. You heard about the 3 people injured at the Six Flags shooting things park? That's crazy. There was another thing too. Parents at a school were arrested. There was a supposed report of a shooter at a school, but parents got arrested along with the shooter or some shit. All right. So if you look at, there's a video out there. You look at that shit, man. If that don't tell you that your kid shouldn't be nowhere near a fucking school at these times, I don't know. I don't know what else will. It looks like a staged event. The gun that they show that fell on the ground doesn't even have a clip in it. It looks like a plastic toy gun. It just looked like a whole stage scene. But what it's showing you, parents that were rushing to the school, they were like trying to get in school to get their children because they were so scared, and then they got arrested. People don't believe me. I know you guys know, but a school is a motherfucking prison. Exactly, School is a fucking penitentiary, guys, and they're making it into a penitentiary right before your very eyes. And this is going to go along with the parental rights that they're going to take. All right, whatever their agenda is, I don't fucking know, but it ain't good. All right, whatever it is, they really want your kids locked in a fucking building. All right. I don't know, but yep. So there was a shooting at some fucking school. I think the shooting was even in damn, where was that shooting at? The name of the city was like, wow. But anyway. Yep, parents getting arrested. The police wouldn't let them by, and the parents tried to go run into school, and they were like, we have lockdown protocols. Man, shit. My kid was in school, and it was a situation like that. Oh, I don't know. I'd probably be in jail too. But if that, and the thing about it is these same parents will send their kids right back to fucking school. Just, man, people's just minds are gone, man. It's crazy. No one should have their child in a public fucking school. All right? There's still some good private schools left out there, guys. Like I said, man, how the fuck people say, oh, I'm a good parent, I'm raising my kids, and sending them to school. Not to mention what they feed their kids, but that's a whole nother ballgame. If you're the provider and the protector of your child, and you got them in school, and you apparently ain't trying to protect or provide for her ass, because you know what's going on in the schools and still send them there. You gotta bite the bullet, man. It's sacrifice. You'll only be rewarded. All right? You'll only be rewarded. You know, because that means you're giving your kids right up, you know. So hopefully people got their kids out of school. That we are definitely in a war. And year of anniversary of the Catholic Church. So it's good, Link. Man, you know, America's in bad. Let me just read something real quick. All right. Let's see. I'm looking in the Mexico groups. I don't see anyone talking about the fear from America, because usually most people that move there understand these things. But what's the top today? Hi friends, I've been researching moving to Mexico, and I am trying to narrow down locations to which I can come for an extended stay before totally uprooting myself and fully moving. My tentative goal is moving in January. That said, I've narrowed it down to the Baja, Yucatan, which for me that's the best, is the Yucatan, Pacific Coast, and boom. She was like, thanks for your help. I want to book a ticket soon. That was today, an hour ago. Hello everyone, I'm a single female. These are for all you single guys out there looking to move to Mexico City in October. Would you recommend any website to look for apartments other than Airbnb? I would like to be in Roma, Condesa, Polanco, and Zona Rosa. Any help is welcome. There's another one from today. Hello, just joined. Has anyone moved here from the U.S. to Matronan, whatever the hell this is? And if so, how much less is the cost of living compared to living in the U.S., if any? Let's see what the comment says. It does things. And this person says, at least $260 less here. Hope that helps. So listen to this. So it costs $260 less here in Mexico than it does in the U.S. And then the lady says, it does? Thanks. And then he said, and that's per day. So, I'm just saying. These are all Americans, by the way. And here's another person. How easy is it to take an RV throughout and explore Mexico? All good posts. I don't want to read everyone, but there's all good posts. And of course, I've been years ago. I've been down that one. Oh shit! Can y'all hear me? Oh shit! It says very bad connection. Uh-oh. Let me see. Can y'all hear me? Y'all can hear me? Okay. As long as y'all can hear. I'm just going to read a couple of things and I'm going to get off here. It says very bad connection. Yeah, the screen is dark. And then we got, and that's the next one. This is all from today. I'm just going to read shit from today. I'm just reading the moving. Hi. I am moving to Mexico end of August. Got my temp visa, and when I get there, I'll apply for my temp card. Does anyone know if a temporary resident card is needed? Because I already have a visa, I can go back to the Mexican consulate in the U.S. to apply for. So that's someone just trying to apply for a card. You don't need anything going to Mexico. I've already shown that. All right. Wondering if anyone has flown back to the States since the new FMM processes. I'm flying back to the U.S. this week for a visit. I have temporary residency and usually have to stop in the INM office for the FMM before I board a plane. All right, that's not no one moving. All right, here goes one for you guys. Hi all, my husband and I are having a house built in Playa. We plan to rent it out for 5-ish years, then move there permanently. Here's our dilemma. Hopefully we'll have rental income to file in Mexico. We don't have any residency yet. Everything I'm reading says we'll need an RFC for taxes. We'll need a residency for RFC. That I need to be physically in Mexico to book my appointment, and then I will need to come back for an undefined amount of time in Mexico for the second step of the temp residency process. I can work out to be there for 2 weeks, but I don't know about open-ended constructive thoughts, suggestions helps. Damn, no, so there you go. Look at all kinds of shit down here, you know, people want to do. So let me see if anybody is moving. All right, there's another one. What border town would you recommend moving to? I would never live on a border town, just saying. My personal opinion. So, all right, let's see another one. There goes another person. Hello, my wife and I, both 36, are going to be heading to Puerto Vallarta August 24th to 28th, then Oaxaca 28th to September 2nd, to check both cities out for deciding where in Mexico we will move to next year. Anything going on those days either. Also, we'd love to meet up with some friendly people while we're exploring the towns. So there's a whole bunch of, every day you see more and more people, you know, moving down to Mexico. Yeah, just every day I see a lot of good posts, a lot of good information too on there. So a lot of helpful people, and a lot of information on healthcare, dental care. So you know, it is what it is, man. At some point we got to start looking and say, you know what? I don't know about this United States anymore, man. You know? And it's just my opinion for people that think like us. You know? We gotta, you know, get, we got to, you know, start looking at things, man. You gotta start looking at certain things, guys. And we gotta say, like, hey, look at the United States, man, and where they're taking us. You know, look at, how stupid Americans are, you know, and do we want to be around? Sorry guys, the phone is hot. The phone is hot, but so forgive me guys. Are we back? Give me a quick thumbs up. All right, thanks. So I got to start looking at, you know, do we want to be, you know, around this energy, man? You know, and what's the best, you know, situation for all of us, you know, going forward. You know, so for me, it ain't staying in this fucking hellhole. Obviously, there's an agenda. And that's what we gotta see, and we gotta, you know, come to conclusions within ourselves. Like, man, fuck this, man. I can't. You know, we gotta. Something gotta give. You know. So that's why I look outside the United States, because I mean, they made us believe that the United States was the only place on fucking Earth, and everywhere else is hell. And I think it's the absolute fucking, I mean, yeah, there's fucked up places, but you know what I mean. And you'd always talk to those people that hold on to America. Man, America's free. You know, we can't do this. And man, get the fuck out of here. Go somewhere else and see, like, oh shit. I mean, we can't do this, but we can do that, and that. Holy shit. You know, wait a minute, the police aren't gonna smash our face against a wall for no reason? Oh, wait a minute, we're not gonna get pulled over for rolling through a sign and our face cracked? I mean, come on. You mean to tell me my taxes are, range from, $5,000 a year to $20,000 a year for taxes, but I can go down here and pay $30 for fucking a year in taxes? Wait a minute, something's deeply wrong here, Gotta look at shit, man. How the hell we free and everything we do costs money? Like, you go to a national park, it charges you, and it has police in it. I mean, come the fuck on. You need a license to fish here. You can't swim in this part, but swim in that part over there, Like, what the fuck? You can't even swim in Earth. You can't even go in parts of Earth, And that goes back to the fucking label, how they want to label us and label every fucking body. You're an extremist, you're anti-vaccine, you're anti-this, you're this, you're that. They label, because look what, they want to label you, because look what the fuck everything is labeled in this bitch. They done labeled lines and borders and states and roads and you fly up in the air, you don't see no fucking labels. They label every goddamn thing. They want to label water, this and that. You can't do. Oh my fucking God. So you just you gotta look at, man, and be like, man, you know what? In winters, I mean, at this point in our stage of waking up, we shouldn't be nowhere near it's fucking cold. All right, because the cold, I don't give a fuck what nobody says, doesn't do anything for your human body whatsoever. All right. Doesn't do nothing for your human body. And when you study your body and study medicine, you will see that the cold does nothing. I don't give a fuck how many people want to take ice baths and all this other crazy shit, shocking their fucking body. Your body's not made to do certain things, and cold is one of them. All right? We ain't even technically supposed to be drinking cold water. All right? Because your body has to cool that water down. All right? On the way down. That's why you ever eat ice and you get an ice headache and shit like that, because your body is going through extremes to try to regulate the fucking temperature, There's a reason why you get frostbite. There's a reason why you can't be out in the cold. I don't give a fuck how psychotic your brain is to think you can do this shit, but you can't do that, all right? Your body's not built for cold. Any way, shape, or form. We ain't got no fucking fur. We ain't got no ways to fucking heat ourselves up. And it just is what it is, all right? We ain't built for cold weather by any stretch of the fucking imagination. Yeah, just because we can live in it with our creature comforts of heat and all that other shit, we are not supposed to be in cold climates. Point blank, period. So that just is what it is. And hold on, guys. No, wait. Oh, wait a minute. But, hold on. All right, guys, I gotta go. I got something I gotta take care of, but I'll be back on.